Welcome to the Call to Cinema, and here is another top 10 list. See, sequels in general are usually what you think of as diminishing returns. Movies that don't normally do as well or succeed as well or are as good as the movies that preceded it. So what I want to show you today are 10 sequels that I think really are the top of their game. And in 10th place, this one's probably going to be the most contested sequel that I talk about in this entire list. And that is Pumpkinhead 2. Because Pumpkinhead is a stone cold urban legend classic with Lance Henriksen and some incredible acting. And however, when I watched this one here, stunt casting, everything aside, because we do have a great cast there. Steve Carell is in this one. Amy Dolan's, Andrew Robinson, Linnea Quigley is here. Karen Kane, Soleil Moon Frye from Punky Brewster, and Roger Clinton, the brother of the then president himself. This is fun though. I mean, one thing I will say, as much as I love the first Pumpkinhead film, is a bit of a downer, right? I had fun with this movie, and when this one ended, I was good. I was good with it. We got Kane Hodder in here too. So if you've not seen Pumpkinhead 2, don't be like my friend. Because I have a friend of mine that refuses to say it existed. And then Pumpkinhead 3, 4, and 5 came out. I think he's much better with it now. In ninth place is kind of a little known, kind of short mini franchise, and that is The Dentist. So The Dentist 2 actually keeps the quality up. So The Dentist was this kind of lower budget. Nowadays, without without the excessive gore, this would probably be like a Lifetime film. But this one has way more gore than a Lifetime film. The sequel continues that trend, and Corbin Burnson really, really loves this character. You can tell he just really dives into it with the best of his abilities, and those abilities are quite good. In ninth place is one of my favorite little franchises, space ones especially, and that is Critters 2. As much as I love Critters, I'm going to say this right now, Critters 2 is a better film for me in absolutely every way than the first film. This is just such an enjoyable film. I love the Easter egg hunt. It's such a genius idea. You got these like krites that look kind of, when they're tiny, they kind of look like little Easter eggs, and they're like attacking a guy dressed up as an Easter bunny. It's really, really good because you have these kids, and these kids are like, going on their big Easter egg hunt. And little do they know that these here murderous critters are out around. In seventh place, we have Alligator II, The Mutation. So again, this is the sequel to what most would consider, again, a stone cold classic film. Is it fun though? Oh my God, is it ever fun? We get a great cast here. Richard Lynch is in this movie. We got Dee Wallace Stone, Holly Gaynor's in here, Steve Railback, Joseph Blona, just an incredible cast of characters. If you've never seen this film, I strongly recommend that you check it out. It is so much fun, especially if you're a big fan of those creature feature things, which could have fit in a creature feature one, by the way. In sixth place, we have The Horror Show, and you don't see a moniker on here like another name. That's because it is what it is. It is The Horror Show. And The Horror Show is exactly that. It is the sequel to House. It is actually House 3. Here in North America, they just called it The Horror Show, but I absolutely adore this film. I like it better than the sequel. I know a lot of people love part 2, but kind of part 3 is my favorite. Part 4 is also a film that has people in it, but I really, really did enjoy The Horror Show. In fifth place, we have a good old classic. After Count Yorga came out, and it kind of changed the game a bit, because at that point, there had been a lot of gothic vampires. They didn't work really well with kind of modern day vampires. So we get Count Yorga, and following up Count Yorga, we get the Return Count Yorga. Actually, in my opinion, this is better. They're both kind of nihilistic vampire stories. done at a time when things were kind of pushing back from the kind of the more kind of cookie cutter ending, the more happy ending thing for the Gothic films. Count Yorga went very much a different direction, and I think in a way it changed Hammer's trajectory as well for the, some would say for the worse, but still these films with Robert Corey are fantastic, and The Return of Count Yorga is absolutely one of my faves. In fourth place, we have the sequel to one of my favorite kind of more post-modern day slashers, and that is Urban Legend Final Cut. So as you guys know, I'm a massive fan of Urban Legend, the original film. And for years, I liked this one, but I wasn't sure if I loved this one. I really, really do like this one. It's John Ottoman takes over the director duties and taking over from Jamie Blanks, who had made a stone cold classic with the first one. Really, it's a hard thing to do, but he does it with a decent cast. We get like Hart Bachner, who's a favorite Canadian actor of mine. Jennifer Morrison is in this one. We bring back Loretta Devane. Anthony Anderson gets an early role. Joseph Lawrence has kind of changed up his image at this point. Really enjoyed this film here, so I do recommend it. In third place is another one that's that had big boots to fill, and that is Demons 2. Again, I grew up watching like Demons. They were such cool films, but Demons 2, it just freaked me out. The idea of it like being within an apartment building, and being like stuck there. You know, we would see things like, you know, I guess Shivers would be a great example. Another one where it was set in an apartment building. But we get a lot of the cast back. We get some great gore effects in Demons 2, but really, really kind of like taking it to I wouldn't say the next level, but keeping it in that direction, putting it a really, really good quality film. Great score as well, and hard to, can't top Demons 1 score, but it definitely tries. Slumber Party Massacre 2. The original Slumber Party Massacre, again, it's one of those, everybody knows it, but most people, in all honesty, are going to remember Slumber Party Massacre 2. Why? Because it's the most insane sequel to a slasher film you're ever going to see. It's different, it's unique, and it goes in a completely different direction. We had a guy with a huge drill killing people in the first one at a slumber party. So what is the next, logical place to go? Why have a supernatural rock and roller character with a guitar that has a drill on the end of it, that'll sing you a song as he's killing you? I'm not joking. That's what really happens. Is it really happening? Is it all in her mind? Everybody has their own take on this. My personal take, I'll do a review of this franchise down the road and I'll give you my actual personal take on this film, because I don't think it is what a lot of people think. And in first place, the number one, numero uno, sequel that I think, I'm going to go there. I'm going to say it's better than the original. And the original, again, a classic, fantastic film. But I just love this movie. One, it has the beautiful Melinda Clarke. So already you probably know what movie that I'm going to say. It's kind of a twist on the Romeo and Juliet story, just done more interesting for me. And if you've never seen it, you really do owe it to yourself to check it out. And it is Return of the Living Dead 3. Return of the Living Dead was a fantastic film. Return of the Living Dead 2 was Return of the Living Dead done over again with the number 2 put in front of it. Here's the thing. The second one pretty much is just a remake of the first one. This one doesn't do that. It doesn't take the safe route and remake or even do the same kind of like concept. It takes the basic conceit of what was done in the first film with the, Night of the Living Dead really happened, there's canisters, and takes it in a completely different direction, keeps it within that universe, but tells its own story. And a lot of the films, when it comes to sequels, do not tend to do that. You're going to notice that my top 2 really do that they go within the universe, but they tell their own story. And I love it when a sequel does that as opposed to rinse repeat. Return of the Living Dead is definitely not a rinse repeat. And there you go, guys. That is 10 sequels to, I guess, maybe not lesser known, but none of the not the top 3 horror franchises that I think you can really, really enjoy over the Halloween season. We have them all right here, and let me know if there's any that you think that I missed out on, or maybe there's one in a franchise you said, hey, you chose this one, but hey, I think I got a better or an alternative choice. I would love to hear that. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Go to join my Patreon. That link will be down in the description box down below. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Until then, happy Halloween from Call Cinema.